Welcome back. It's time now for some 814 Good, brought to you by McMullen Furniture in Altoona. Rebecca, what do you have for us first?
Okay, Jordan. Social distancing can actually be a challenge for all of us, but it's especially difficult for the blind and visually impaired. So here are some tips on what we all can do to help out during these unique times. Forward.
As a seeing eye dog, Melissa Ullman's Lab Golden Cross Luna is trained to do a lot.
She is the best dog in the world. She navigates me safely down sidewalks, around obstacles, across streets, across strange or differing and changing levels of terrain.
But there's one thing Luna can't be trained to do: socially distance, which makes keeping 6 feet apart a challenge for Melissa.
It's very difficult because unless someone speaks to you or unless you hear some other audible cue coming from them, you don't know how far away they are from you necessarily.
So if guide dogs can't be trained to keep 6 feet apart, it's all the more important that we in the public are trained to maintain social distancing.
Glenn Hoagland is president and CEO of the Seeing Eye, the oldest guide dog school in the country. It breeds and trains hundreds of dogs every year.
It's really the sighted person who could really be helpful by communicating their distance from the blind person with their dog and letting them know that I'm here.
Let's go. Good girl.
Melissa also says when you recognize a guide dog and its owner, it's up to you to distance yourself.
If I'm not social distancing from you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or discourteous. I simply don't have the visual cues that you have. We appreciate and thank you ahead of time for taking the steps on your own to walk to the other side of the street or walk a few steps down.
And above all, don't try to pet or interact with a guide dog. Letting them do their job is the best way to keep them and their owners safe.
You know, I have seen a neighbor of mine had a service dog, and she wore like a red vest and things like that. But even though it said, "Do not pet me, I am working," people go, "Oh, can I pet your dog?" or whatever. It's like, well, they're trained, and if you do this, then they're going to lose some of their training because they're focused.
It can be such a distraction. So those are some really great tips, and I think those are things that you don't think about during the pandemic. But I liked when she said, hey, if I'm a little close to you, it's not because I'm being disrespectful, it's because, you know, I may not be aware.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
And that it's on us to help out by doing our part and not, you know, not
We're kind of,
distancing,
I
so.
think if we learned anything from the pandemic is we're in it together.
Yes, that amongst a lot of other things as well.